Welcome to An Apple a Day, a podcast, a resource, a community. Share your experiences and learn from others as we overcome barriers and learn to live a happy, healthy life with a disability. Welcome to the community. Here's your host, Jimmy Apple.
Welcome to another episode of An Apple a Day. I'm your host, Jimmy Apple. How you doing today, my friends? You feeling good? You feeling strong? You feeling better than you did yesterday? Excellent. You can't ask for better than that. Hey, I want to remind you, An Apple a Day is brought to you by www.famousapple.com. Famousapple.com is the home site for this podcast, so if you get a minute, check it out. And while you're tripping around the web, make sure to stop by our group page on Facebook. That's Living with a Disability. And you get there by going to famousapple.com/group. That's famousapple.com/group. And it's going to bring you to Living with a Disability. Over there, you're going to find a nice group of people from all over the world. And they're chatting about everything. You're asking questions, answering questions, just making new friends. You're going to meet people you probably would have never got a chance to meet. And the good news is I'm there an awful lot. How's that for good news, eh? But go ahead, go over to famousapple.com/groups. It brings you to a page called Living with a Disability. That's an Apple a Day group on Facebook. And all you got to do is register to join. Doesn't cost you anything. We don't keep your information, anything like that. And you'll meet some new people. It's a lot of fun. Now, I want to remind you of a couple of more things coming up and going on around here. Number one, I want to remind people, this is very, very important. I want to remind everybody, whether you got the COVID-19 vaccination or not. Now, number one, getting this vaccination is a very personal thing. It's up to you. It's up to each individual whether you get it or not. I'm not telling you to get it or not get it. Me personally, I'm still on the fence. I don't know whether I'm getting it or not. And that's just my opinion. Now, my wife, she got it. She just got her second shot day before yesterday. She got the Pfizer vaccine. And she's been a little bit sick the last 2 days, but nothing terrible. But she got it. Me, I'm still deciding because I have a lot of underlying issues. So I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not telling you to get it or not get it. But what I am trying to tell you, I want to remind you, this vaccine is not the be-all and end-all. This is not the end of the pandemic for you if you do get the shot. This is nothing more than another weapon in your arsenal to fight this pandemic, to fight this vile, disgusting disease. By getting this shot doesn't mean you're free. And, well, the reason I'm saying that is because I've heard too many people saying on Facebook, people that I know, people that should know better. I heard someone the other day saying, I got my second shot, I'm free. They posted a picture holding up the card saying, I'm free. You're not free. None of us are free. What this is this is another weapon in your arsenal to help fight it. You got the shot, great. But you still have to wear the mask. You still have to socially distance yourself. You still have to be aware of your surroundings. You still have to limit your contact with other people to keep yourself and your family and your friends safe. This isn't a time to let down your guard. This is fortifying yourself. But it doesn't make you bulletproof now. You're not bulletproof against COVID-19 because you got the shot. You're just a little bit stronger, say, but you're not free. Keep that in mind, please. Don't fall into a false sense of security about this. It's so important. And I'm just going to put this out there. This is an affiliate link, but in case you do need masks and you can't get them for whatever reason, you can get a good deal on 50 masks, 50 disposable masks at famousapple.com/face mask. That's famousapple.com/face mask. They're 50 disposable masks, cheaper than a cup of coffee at certain places, who shall remain nameless because of their crappuccino, whatever they are. You can get 50 masks for less than a cup of coffee in some places. So you might want to check them out. They're high quality disposable masks. And here's something else that I want to remind you of. This is very important to me. My friend Faith Gilbo, her movie is coming out on Sunday, April 25th in New York and New Jersey on New York Channel 13 WNET on PBS. And I just want to remind you of this. Films by Kids Season 3 is a PBS-sponsored series of 4 30-minute documentaries featuring different teenagers from diverse cultures sharing their individual experiences dealing with anti-Semitism, disability, generational trauma, and globalization. Our third film in the series, Faith's World, that's my girl Faith, has been developed by 17-year-old Baltimore filmmaker, model, and disability advocate Faith Gilbo. She tells the story living and thriving with cerebral palsy and cortical vision impairment in her documentary with Films by Kids airing on public television. Check local listings for Faith's World, which has been selected for the Richmond International Film Fest in May. Now, I just want to change that. The film fest has been changed till September. And Faith's World, the documentary, airs, like I said, on PBS in New York and New Jersey on April 25th at 7 p.m. Now, I'm asking you, please, make sure you tune in and check this out. You are going to be amazed at Faith. She doesn't let anything stop her. Anything. This girl wakes up in the morning, and some people will wake up and say, oh, no, not another day. Faith wakes up and reaches out with both hands and goes, great, another day. Come on, world, I'm going to take you on. And that's just how she is. So make sure you tune in April 25th, 7 p.m. if you're in New York, New Jersey, and check out Faith's World. Well, we got some updates today for you from Social Security. A couple other things we're going to talk about. So sit back, relax, and let's get started here. Okay, anyone who knows me, anyone who's listened to this podcast for any amount of time, knows that the last thing we talk about on this podcast is politics or anything that's really has to do with politics, put it that way. But I am going to say this. If what's going on today in the world around you is causing you to be anxious, causing you to be stressed out, do not hesitate to talk to somebody. Talk to your doctor. Don't let what's going on in the world today cause you to be anxious, cause you to be nervous. You know, what's going on around us right now is so much bullshit. I'm sorry. There's no other word for it. I don't believe any of it. I think it's all made up nonsense, to be honest with you. I don't believe in Black Lives Matter. I don't believe in Blue Lives Matter. I don't believe in Yellow Lives, Purple Lives, Green Lives Matter. I don't believe in White Lives Matter. I believe all lives matter. And to be going around all this nonsense, protesting, bashing in windows, looting, and no wonder people are stressed out. No wonder. I don't understand how burning down a building is going to solve a problem. I don't understand how robbing sneakers from a store solves the problem. It doesn't. These are just acts of violence, acts of crime. That's all it is. And it makes no sense. And no wonder people get stressed about it. On top of this, add the pandemic. Add our health on top of this. The fact that you're disabled. Add all of this into one big pot. You know what it reminds me of? When I look at the protests and the pandemic and you add the disability into it, you ever smell a water treatment plant? that pungent odor of feces and sewage, raw sewage. That's what it all reminds me of. And after a while, if you smell it long enough, if you let it get to you long enough, it's going to make you sick. And that's what's happening to a lot of people between, like I said, the protests and the pandemic and the isolation and social distancing, and put it all together, roll it all up in one big ball. And what do you have? Anxiety and stress. And what happens is it's affecting us. It affects us. It's one more thing to add into it, and it's eating us up alive. And people seem to shy away from talking to a professional because they're afraid of adding a stigma. They're afraid of the stigma that goes along with reaching out to talk to someone. They're afraid that it makes them seem like they're weak. You're not weak. You're actually very strong if you take that step, if you take that initiative to talk to someone to help you through this. It's very important. Do you know what stress does to your body? Now add to the fact that your body is already weak from a disability. Do you know what that does? It can shave years off your life, letting this all build up inside you. Now, you wouldn't think somebody's weak if they had a cold and went to a doctor, would you? You wouldn't think somebody was weak if they fell and broke their leg and went to a doctor and had the doctor fix their leg, would you? What makes you think that you're weak if you're having anxiety and you speak to a professional? It makes you strong. It makes you smart to see that you do have a problem. There's no stigma to it anymore. There comes a time where you have to stop worrying about what other people think and do what's right for you. Please, don't let the nonsense that's out there do more damage to you than it's doing already. Take that first step. Speak to your doctor. If you have a problem, speak to your doctor, and that's the first step. And your doctor will recommend the right people for you to speak to. Don't hold back. Don't hesitate. Don't think that it's going to go away, because it's not going to go away. The problems that you're having are only going to multiply. It's not going to go away. It's like a cancer that eats inside of you. It's not going to go away by closing your eyes and hoping it'll go away. You're going to need help. Get the help that you need. It's that simple. And as far as all this other nonsense, don't buy into it. Don't play into it. You know, I look around and I think of it like this. I don't care what color skin you have. I don't care what job you have. If you treat me with respect, I treat you with respect. If you treat me like an asshole, I'm going to treat you like an asshole. There's one minority that you can fall into in a minute, and that's being disabled. Don't make it worse for yourself, my friends. If you need help, get it. The rest of the stuff will fix itself. All right? Let's move on here. I have some updates from Social Security to share with you today. This is dated April 21st. People with ALS can get Social Security disability benefits sooner. ALS is a disease with no known cure. It rapidly and progressively attacks the nerve cells responsible for controlling voluntary muscles. On average, 1,000 people with ALS apply for Social Security disability insurance benefits every year. The ALS Disability Insurance Access Act of 2019 eliminated the 5-month SSDI waiting period for people with ALS who are approved for benefits on or after July 23, 2020. The new law does not affect our disability application or determination process. The law only eliminates the 5-month waiting period so that people with ALS can receive their SSDI benefits sooner. Claimants with ALS will also receive Medicare benefits sooner when their disability benefits begin. Go to www.ssa.gov/benefits/disability/approval for more information. appointing representative with the new SSA-1696 online form. Social Security recently launched a new electronic submission option for appointing a representative. The new online form, SSA-1696, is a two-step process that captures the necessary electronic signatures of both the prospective representative and claimant. The prospective representative must initiate the request. Both the prospective representative and the claimant must complete, sign, and submit the document. Social Security encourages you to visit www.ssa.gov/representation and select Begin E1696 to learn more about this convenient service. Check your Social Security benefits application or appeal online. If you applied for a Social Security benefit or have a pending reconsideration or a hearing request, you can check the status online. Everyone with a pending application or appeal can create or use their personal My Social Security account to check the status. You can open your free account at www.ssa.gov/myaccount to see the date of filing, current claim location, scheduled hearing date and time, re-entry numbers for incomplete applications, servicing office location, publications of interest depending on the claim or current step in the process. You can get and use your My Social Security account to check the status of your applications. There's so much you can do online. With a free My Social Security account, you can take advantage of the many convenient, secure services online at www.ssa.gov/myaccount. Whether at home or on the go, you can use your account to complete most Social Security business online without calling or requesting an appointment. For example, those who are not receiving benefits can review their earnings history, check the status of their applications, view personalized estimates of future benefits based on their actual earnings, and see the latest Social Security statement and new supplemental fact sheets. Those who do receive benefits can print out their own benefit verification letter, change or start direct deposit, change their address, and request a replacement Medicare card. Whether you receive benefits or not, you can use your My Social Security account to request a replacement Social Security card in most states and the District of Columbia. Please visit www.ssa.gov/myaccount to create or access your personal account. You can also find a full list of online services at www.ssa.gov/online services. And something else to remember, you can apply online for disability benefits. Social Security Disability Insurance, or SSDI, and Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, are the largest federal programs that provide financial assistance to people with disabilities. Despite the important differences between the two programs, Social Security requires a person to meet the same definition of disabilities for both programs. Those who wish to apply for SSDI or SSDI and SSI at the same time may be able to apply online at www.ssa.gov/disability. On this page, you can also access important information about these programs, which we encourage you to share with your families and friends. This is very important, especially now in the pandemic time, to be able to access all this information online and to do all these applications and reconsiderations online. This is very important. This is a big boom for us. And remember, anything you want to find out about the disability program, you can find out basically anything by going to www.ssa.gov/disability. That's the one link that you have to keep in mind. I'm going to be posting all of these links up at www.famousapple.com in the coming week. So if you missed them, you can re-listen to this podcast, or you can look at them at Famous Apple next week. But the one link that you have to keep in mind, write it down right now if you can, is www.ssa.gov/disability. Any questions you have about the disability programs, you'll find right there. It's the one link to keep in mind. You can remember that one, actually. But, all right, let's move on. I want to give you a heads up. We have a lot of exciting things coming up on an Apple a Day, and you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you check back here often. There's going to be an awful lot of Apple slices going out, a lot of tidbits about things coming up, and you're not going to want to miss it, trust me. But I want to thank you for stopping by today, and I want to remind you, things can always be worse. That's right, my friends. Right now, there's somebody somewhere wishing that they were in your position, so things can always be worse. Remember that. You've been listening to An Apple a Day. My name is Jimmy Apple, and remember, again, I'm gonna remind you, stop back often. You're gonna be surprised at the guests that we have coming up on An Apple a Day, and it's all for you, my friends. Hey, I'll talk to you real soon. Have a great one.
Thanks for listening to An Apple a Day with Jimmy Apple, your gateway to a happy, healthy life. Join our community at www.famousapple.com. See you next time.